You know that last week I started a new video series on commodities, that is commodity trading series, and this was my first video, that is basics of commodities, which I released last week. After that, many people messaged me asking for live trading in commodities so that they will know how I analyze chart, how I analyze price action, how I take the trade in crude oil. So that is why I decided today I'll make one detailed video on crude oil trading. In this video you will see me that how I analyze crude oil chart, how I analyze price action, on what basis I take the entry, where I keep my stop loss, where I keep my target, everything you are going to see in today's live trading video. And today is date 31st of July and time is around 8:30 in the morning. Our Indian commodity market has not yet opened because our crude oil commodity opens at 9 o'clock in the morning till 11:30 in the night. But global crude oil, that is US crude oil, already opened at morning 3:30 and it is open till 2:30 in the night. So that means currently global crude oil is already open, but our market has not yet opened. That's why we can't take the trade, and we can take the trade only after 9 o'clock. And another thing you should remember that if you want to trade in crude oil, it is different than trading in Nifty Bank Nifty. Many strategies which is applicable in Nifty Bank Nifty that may not be applicable in crude oil because it moves different than how Nifty and Bank Nifty makes moves. So that is what in this video you are going to learn many things about how to trade in crude oil, how to analyze chart, which chart is most important, US crude oil is most important or our Indian crude oil important. All this will be explained in detailed way in today's live trading video. Okay guys, let us start with today's live trading session. And you can see that I have my crude oil chart open here. And on my right side, you can see that there are two crude oil I have on my watch list. What is this actually? So you can see that one is WTI crude oil and another is crude oil future. What is the difference between this both instrument? The difference is one is US oil, another is crude oil. Second one is traded in our Indian market, that is MCX market, and the first one is traded in the US market. So that is the difference between two. So now which one you have to give more importance? So when you're trading with the both, you have to give more importance to the first one, that is WTI crude oil. Why? Because unlike Nifty, Bank Nifty, Fin Nifty and all this, when you are trading, it is only traded in Indian market, right? So unlike Nifty, Bank Nifty and all this crude oil, gold, silver, all these kind of commodities mainly traded in US market, and our Indian markets follows US market crude oil. Okay. Now, why it is important that you have to follow US oil more than Indian crude oil? Because of the two reasons. US oil opens at 3:30 in the morning in our Indian time and traded till 2:30 am. You can see that it is traded for almost 23 hours, US market. Our Indian market, as you know, that opens at 9 am and closes at 11:30 pm. So that is why when you are looking at the US oil chart, you will see the continuation chart. What I mean by that, this is the 15 minutes time frame chart. You can see that where it opened yesterday, US oil, it opened at 3:30 am, and from 3:30 am, let us mark it till 9 am. Why till 9 am? Because you know that Indian market opens at 9 am. So this box what I mentioned here, that much you will not see in Indian crude oil. Let's go to Indian crude oil and you can see that this is yesterday's crude oil chart. This is the first candle what you see in Indian crude oil chart. That is not actually day's first candle. Day's first candle is this. Okay, this doji kind of candle what you see, that is the first candle. Okay, after that this is the 9 o'clock candle and that is the same candle which is matching here. Now you know that why you have to give more importance to US crude oil chart more than Indian MCX chart. After that, look at the price action, right? This is the price action in MCX chart, and when you go to US crude oil chart, same price action, right? But 9 am to 11:30 pm only our market open, right? So again, from here, the big red candle what you are seeing, that is not visible in Indian chart. Okay, box what I mentioned here, that much price action is not available here. Okay, this much price action is not available on our Indian chart. When you go to the Indian chart, last candle was this, right? Which is this candle. After that, you can see that there was this much candles formed, but that was not visible in our chart. So that is why you have to follow US chart more importantly because of the you will see the continuation chart, and based on that you have to trade. Okay, another thing, yesterday 30th when market opened at 9 o'clock, what was the day's high? Day's high was this, right? You will think that day's high was this candle when price is trading here, but that was not actually day's high. Actually, you have to go to US market and you should know where is the day's high. This candle is not the day's high, 9 o'clock candle. Actually, this candle is the day's high. So that is why when you are following US market, you will get to know where is the actually resistance. If you are trading in Indian market, you would not be knowing that when price is going here, you would not be knowing here that it is coming near the resistance. If you knew the US market chart, then when you see that, oh, it is making a fake breakout, right? So that all you will come to know clearly when you are trading in US crude oil. Now, second thing, look at this. Time is now 8:38. When you go to Indian crude oil, you can look at this. Market has not yet opened, right? Market has not yet opened. But US crude oil, already it is opened and it is trading bullishly since opening. Look at this. It opened here, made a bullish candle and then took the support near the 20 and 50 EMA. Green color is the 50 EMA, blue is the 20 EMA, and then made a huge move on the upside. All right. So that is why even though you are trading in Indian crude oil, but you have to follow the US crude oil. Also important is about the fundamental. That means when you are trading in crude oil, you should also know that what's happening around the globe, because crude oil is very sensitive to news and all this. Okay. So for that, you have to keep a watch on the news, what's happening here and all this. And you should go for the latest news. Okay. Not 2 days back, 3 days back. This is the latest news. API reports large draw in crude inventories. So that means whenever there is a inventory comes down, normally crude oil goes up. When inventory comes higher, crude oil price comes down. It moves based on supply and demand most of the time. Okay, so that is why along with the technical, fundamental also important when you're trading crude oil. So what is my strategy for today? My strategy for today is market looking bullish. So that means my bias is mostly bullish side. If I were trading in US market, then this would have been one of the best setup to take a long trade. But since our market has not yet opened, so I could not take that trade yet. You have to have a patience when you're trading crude oil. It is more like you have to be like a hunter. You have to wait patiently for the right opportunity to strike. Okay. So that is what I'm going to do it. And another thing is that, for example, 29 July CPR was kind of narrow in our Indian crude oil. But when you go to US crude oil on 29th, you can see that it was very wide, right? So which CPR you have to follow? Because CPR I've seen working very nicely on the chart when you're trading crude oil. So I suggest follow the US crude oil CPR, because US crude oil chart will show you the entire price action. Our Indian crude oil only show from 9 a.m. till 11:30 p.m. Anyways, our market has not yet opened. So once market opens at 9 o'clock, I'll come back. And once I take the trade, I'll update you and I'll show you my order book, everything. Okay, guys, time is 9 o'clock and you can see that our market has just opened with a gap up. Currently, it made a huge bullish candle in the US market and came near the previous day high resistance. I have still not taken any trade. Once I take the trade, I'll come back and I'll update you guys. Okay, guys, next update, you can see that crude oil has broken that resistance, strong resistance, which I was telling you about the previous day high. So what I'm thinking is that I'm thinking about taking a long trade and keeping the stop loss below this bullish candle. So you can see that I have added 6,350 call option and I will buy 20 lots, that is 200 barrels and limit price, and have placed the order 20 lots. Let us see whether it got executed. Yes, it got executed at 162.47 and currently in a small loss in this trade. Let us see how the trade goes. This candle low can be strong support. That is why I've taken this trade. And you can see that I'm keeping only 10 points stop loss. You can see that I kept only a very small stop loss, that is 152 trigger price. That is the stop loss. Let us see, currently in a small loss in this trade. Okay, guys, next update, you can see that I have added 5 more lots to my position. Earlier it was 20 lots. I have added 5 more lots. So overall now 25 lots I have taken a long trade. Average price is 162.45. And why I have added? Because I got some pullback. So that is why I added very small stop loss I kept below this candle. So I expect this candle low to hold because I feel this will be a strong support. Let us see how the trade goes. Okay guys, and the next update, you can see that earlier update I was in negative MTM, and from negative MTM now I am into positive MTM of almost 6,300 rupees profit in this trade. So if you remember, I have taken a long trade here, even though there was a resistance above that candle, I have taken a long trade, and you can see that after that price made a small pullback, and that is what it could not break this candle. Had this candle low was broken, then my stop loss would have hit, and after that it reversed and now closing above that resistance. And now let us see from here till where it can go. Okay guys, now time is 12:23, and you can see that after breaking that previous day high resistance, there is a single upward momentum in crude oil, right? So that is what the way I analyze this charts, this resistance will be broken, and I went long on this candle, and you can see that already price moved this much. Okay, so anyways, I'll come back and I'll update you guys in some time. Okay guys, now time is 12:40, and profit, you can see that it's almost 40,000 in this trade. So you can see that my entry price was 162, and I kept my stop loss at 10 points. So that means I have to follow 1:2 risk reward. So 1:2 risk reward mean how much? 20 points. That means once price reaches 182, then only I can book my profit. So that is what I'm waiting for my option to reach 182 so that I can follow my risk reward of 1:2, currently trading around 176. Anyways, let us see whether it reaches there or no. Okay guys, next update, you can see that my profit, which was almost 40,000 few minutes back, now it has come to almost 12,000, right? Almost 28,000 profit gone within few minutes, because you can see that these three big red candles took away most of the profit. But still I'm holding on to my position because my stop loss is below this candle. All right, my stop loss is still below this candle. If it falls below this, then I am out. But let us see, because there is a chance that it can take support near the 20 MA, and again it can start its upward journey. Anyways, too early to say anything. Let us see. I'll come back and I'll update you again after some time. Okay guys, next update. Time is 1:56. You can see that as in earlier update, I was saying that my profit is going down because of this big bearish candles here. And I said near 20 MA it can take a strong support, and you can see that exactly near the 20 MA it took the support and then made a bullish candle. So now price is going up and my MTM also going up. Now profit back into almost 35,000. Now next resistance would be this, where price reversed. If it breaks, then it can start going up till the next pivot. Okay, so that is what I was saying you, that I was telling you that 162 is my entry price. So I have to wait till my option becomes 182 at least. So that only can give me 1:2 risk reward, because I kept 10 point stop loss. So my target should be minimum 20 points. That is what following risk reward in the trade. Okay. Okay guys, you can see that finally breakout is happening, and you can see that profit is almost 50,000 in this trade. And I think this is time to book my profit. I am squaring off my position. You can see that I have squared off my position, and you can see that I have squared off my position. Total 25 quantity, 162 was average price, and I closed my order at 183, and total profit is 53,690 in this crude oil. And now let us just recap about the trade. You can see that this is where I taken the entry. Reason for taking a long entry was overall trend was bullish. Though there was a strong resistance here, still I've taken a long trade because of this bullish candle, right? Then made a small pullback and then again made a breakout, and then went all the way till here, then made a pullback again and took the support right at the 20 MA, and then again breakout happened, and making profit of around 53,000. And when you're trading in crude oil, two things is very important. One is technical, and second thing is fundamental. For fundamentals, you have to keep watching the news. That means you can go to Google and moneycontrol.com, or there are many websites. You have to research for the news, what news is coming regarding to crude oil. So let me go to fundamentals now, and let me show you why I was bullish today. So first of all, this is the news which made me think about going bullish today, because API reports large draw in crude inventories. Okay, so inventory report is something in crude oil comes on every Wednesday, Indian time around 8 p.m. This inventory report comes, and whenever there is a drop in inventory, that is positive for crude oil. So that means there is more demand. Whenever inventory comes higher, that means there is less demand. Okay, based on that, crude oil also depends on fundamental along with technical. So I read this news that made me to think about going positive today, and that is why my bias was more towards the taking bullish view today. And another reason for taking bullish view is whenever there is some conflicts in Middle East and all this, that also leads to crude oil to rally, because if there is a disruption in the oil refineries, then supply can hamper and demands can go up. So this is the news which also made me to go bullish. There was a news about tension between the Israel and Iran, and these are the news very important when you are trading in crude oil. So that's it, guys, about today's live trading in crude oil.